Hi, my name is Alise Trautmane-Uzuner, and I'm the founder of DOORS NYC, PR, e-commerce, and retail platform for leading independent fashion designers and cult niche brands that want to sell in the US. Currently, we have more than 100 active members online. That includes a nice mix of up and coming as well as established brands. 90% of e-commerce businesses fail within first 120 days. How not to? Unfortunately, I'm not able to give you the 100% formula of success, but we are happy to share our experience and outline 5 mistakes to avoid when launching an e-commerce business, along with some actionable tips for growing your online presence. But first, I would like to set the expectations straight. We are sharing the experience of launching a multi-brand platform in the US that sells premium to entry-level luxury price point designer wear. The challenge is that we sell relatively unknown brands in the US, hence how to win the customer trust is one of our priorities. We are also sharing the experience coming from working as a self-funded startup with limited digital marketing budgets and resources available for constant update and improvement of the site and resources available for the website development. And finally, as mentioned, we are US only platform, so we sell and market only in the US at this point of time. Certainly, various aspects can be applicable to other markets, and the basic principles of how to launch, manage, and grow the e-commerce website are pretty much the same across various categories, but just wanted to clarify that aspect before we dive into the actual tips and mistakes to avoid. Also, before we start, I would like to mention that I have worked with more than 2,000 brands over the course of 4 or 5 years in New York, and I have hence seen more than 2,000 websites and e-commerce sites. I don't come from an e-commerce background. I'm not a developer. I don't know how to code, but I do have almost 2 decades of experience in fashion marketing, fashion PR, and happy to share my take on launching an e-commerce site and also working with these developers, working with the people that know how to code, and making it work. Mistake number 1, reinventing the wheel when it is not necessary. There is a big misconception about disruptive companies. You actually don't have to reinvent the wheel to be successful. You can learn, you can observe, you can do better, but not necessarily you need to start from the scratch. Why I'm talking about this in the context of launching an e-commerce? The step number 1 when launching an online business is to choose a platform. Are you going for a custom made? Are you using one of the existing ones like Shopify? This is the decision that you have to make. And here I would say avoid the custom made website as an option for your e-commerce business, at least when you're just starting out. Why? First of all, you will save tons of money and time when you go for a pre-existing platform. You can focus, and you should focus, instead of really developing a unique voice, unique branding to stand out in our saturated market. Secondly, customers really expect very similar shopping experiences at this point of time. They don't want something super creative, but at the same time, a bit confusing customer journey. And third, when you launch your website on pre-existing platform like Shopify, it is so much easier to join different third-party platforms, integrate your website with other technical solutions that you need to have to market the e-commerce store, like let's say newsletter marketing, integration, chat, and so forth. So when you have a site on one of these top top 5 existing platforms, I would say at least at the early stage, it will be so much easier to get the first results, to do the integrations quickly. Even at Doors, when we take a new brand, when a designer joins our platform, if their site is on Shopify, for example, the integration takes minutes. Yes, you still have to manually adjust and verify that the visual assets look good, that the copy doesn't have any glitches. But apart from that, it's pretty seamless. When a brand comes with a custom-made platform, it's pretty much a manual work that needs to be done to get the brand up on our platform. And it's not only us. If you plan to use affiliate marketing, if you plan to use various other third-party platforms that can help to drive traffic, to secure conversions for your e-commerce, again, it's hard to beat the existing platforms out there in terms of the number of partners they already have to make these tools easily accessible for your website. Mistake number 2, poor product pages. Product page is the most important page on your e-commerce. Get it right. An e-commerce retailer's product page is arguably one of the most important pages on your site. On an e-commerce site, your product pages are also sales pages. People come to product pages and based on the content you provide, decide whether to buy right away, think about it, or never think about buying again. Don't bore us, get the chorus. So this is one of the Roxette's. It's a compilation, I guess, from 90s from the Swedish rock band Roxette. Copy. So poor product descriptions affect not only sales but also returns. Copy, make sure to include important details only. Apart from a clear, concise copy, what else you need to get right for a product page? Images. A picture is worth 1,000 words. 100% applicable to an online fashion retailer. Please have a sharp, high-quality images that zoom well. And make sure that you do provide both product and model images. Having worked with more than 2,000 brands, I see this repeating all the time. There are brands that say, here are the product images. I don't have model images yet, but let's start out with what we have. Again, it depends on the product, it depends on the category, it depends on the industry. But in fashion, you do have to have high quality product and model images. A customer will not purchase a $1,000 handbag if they don't see it on a model. They need to understand the proportions, they need to understand and imagine how it looks in real life. And of course, the higher the price point, the more information you need to provide, including images. We highly suggest get the front, get the side, get the back product image, get the details, make sure it's a high quality image that the customer can zoom in and see the details. In addition to that, we see that recently online stores more and more incorporate videos. Product video increases conversions by 64 to 85%. Something to think about. How else you can make the product page efficient? Scarcity. Creating scarcity and a sense of urgency on a product page can help to increase sales. That's an easy tool to implement and very applicable again for that category of fashion we work with, independent designers. The fact that the items are unique, the fact that the collection is being produced only in limited numbers and can be sold out easily and quickly online creates the sense of urgency and can contribute positively to a quick sell-through. Don't overlook that aspect. And again, easy to incorporate on your website, might lead to unexpected positive results. Finally, how to make the product page to deliver is to incorporate trust signals. Content is not the king, trust is. The simple truth is that people buy from brands and products they trust, and the ultimate objective of a content strategy is to create a trusted brand or product. So building a successful and sustainable e-commerce business requires a deliberate strategy to build, maintain, and grow customer trust at every step of a customer journey. How to do that? Many ways. First, you can look at your refund and return policies. Highly suggest to do free shipping, free returns if your margins allow that. Partnerships with associations. For example, you can partner with a firm or Klarna and offer the customers to pay our time. Again, these associations and these partnerships, very well known. Customers shop using these tools on other websites, and they do also understand that these companies will do their own verification of your website and before entering the partnership. Memberships, social proof, client reviews, like you can make sure you get great reviews on Trustpilot, Google. If you can incorporate customer reviews in your product pages, all that adds incredible trust and signals that to visitors of your website that hopefully turn into customers. Mistake number 3, mobile and friendly e-commerce site. Let's look at some numbers. There's 6.6 billion smartphone users worldwide, and estimates says that there will be 52% increase in smartphone users in 5 years. However, what is important to consider is that not only there is a significant increase in users accessing the web from smartphones, but the users are doing so with a more e-commerce intent than ever before. So they are actually using more and more the mobile phones to shop. Let's look at the shopping on mobile a year ago. Black Friday, which traditionally has been the biggest brick and mortar shopping event in the US, 40% of the sales happen online. Cyber Monday, 57% of the visitors came from mobile devices, while 33% purchased on their mobile device. So very interesting data that shows that mobile is here to stay as the device where shopping decisions are made. It's not hard to see that in 2022, mobile devices are the primary way people access websites. Mobile-friendly site, thus, is a success deciding factor. You have to have a mobile responsive design. I would even say, check the website, check your e-commerce site before launching on your mobile first and then on the desktop. Think with your thumb. Really see if you can navigate the website using the thumbs easily. Optimize the images for the mobile and position your call to action buttons right that do work on the mobile. Very basic things, but you see them all over and over not working for a high number of the websites. Tons of interesting data available online. I pulled up this MIT TouchLab study just because I found it so interesting and amusing that there even study about the size of the buttons that work for mobile devices and what is this optimal size of a call to action button that works in today's world. And this is based on the research on what is the average size of an adult index finger and hence what should be the CTA button size on a mobile. Why bringing this up? Google, use YouTube. There's so much information out there that can help you to really get into the details and make sure that your e-commerce site works, that it's mobile friendly, can guide you through the aspects to double check, to verify, and make sure that it's ready to deliver. Mistake number 4, neglecting a customer service. It's all too common for a brand to launch a website and focus on traffic and conversions. And it's very understandable. You launch an online business to sell. That being said, it doesn't matter how sharp your store looks, how perfect your product is, or how flashy your advertisement is. If your customers are not receiving a great customer service, your store is unlikely to see much success in the long run. Customer service is one of the most overlooked aspects of customer journey. Shoot for an excellent customer service. Good is not enough. Go above and beyond. Mistake number 5, fear of making mistakes. There are a billion mistakes that you might make. However, most of them in an e-commerce are minor and easily adjustable. You should test, you should learn, assess, and correct. For example, when we launched our online platform, we tested tons of different digital marketing tools, platforms, third-party solutions, and some are doing a great job. Some we are still testing and trying to figure out whether there are issues in the content or it's not a good fit for us, or there is some other reason why they're not performing. And some just don't work for us, and nothing wrong with that. Again, most costly mistakes for us have been in terms of digital marketing. But without trying these channels out, you can't tell what exactly is that formula that works for your e-commerce and what is something that doesn't work. One thing here to mention is that one of the mistakes we made when we launched an e-commerce site, we assumed that you can push it only via digital marketing channels. So you see all these different platforms on the left that we are using, or we did use, we are still trying to test, and it's just probably like 1/20th of what we are actually using, have tested. But then on the right, I have just put some traditional press clippings. And the reason why I did that is that think outside the box and try various things for pushing your e-commerce. We assume that only digital marketing channels will contribute positively to the growth of the e-commerce, and we were wrong. Actually, the 4 pop-ups that we executing during the last 1.5 years for DOORS, both in New York as well as in LA, contributed greatly to the e-commerce conversions. And this was very unexpected and interesting, and that was something that we did not predict to happen. So be active, try a million different things. Yes, there will be a big proportion that will not work for your e-commerce. So what? Test, learn, assess. To summarize the mistakes and lessons learned, number 1, use an existing e-commerce platform and apply the best practices. Lesson number 2, get the product page right. As mentioned, that's where the visitors can be turned into the customers or not, depending on your product page. Lesson number 3, make sure the site is mobile friendly. Lesson number 4, provide an excellent customer service. And lesson number 5, make mistakes but learn quickly. Thank you so much for your attention and good luck with your e-commerce.